Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Thursday morning. Eric here with a quick video blog for you with a very, very balmy outlook overall for the next week, with a little brief return of winter coming for parts of Friday into parts of the weekend as well. But overall, that's just kind of an anomaly, if you will. Overall, this is a very, very balmy pattern, including this morning. Look at these February morning temperatures this morning. It is 54 degrees here in Youngstown. We've got mid-50s across the map today. It is going to be a balmy day, and it's also a dry start to the day. We had some drizzle and some light rain, of course, last evening into the overnight, but the radar is quieted down this morning. We're going to await the next surge of moisture, which is out here to our west. This is what's going to track our way later on today. I'll put a quick loop on this. Rain's going to spread back in later today towards mid to late afternoon. So if you want to get outdoors, take a jog, take the dog for a walk on this nice warm morning, I think you're fine. In fact, you're probably fine until early this afternoon. Now, not only is rain coming, but some of it could be locally heavy. The National Weather Service has expanded their flood watches. The Pittsburgh office expanded their flood watch. Now, it does include Columbiana County, and I would not be surprised if a few more layers of counties were added to this later today. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cleveland office added Mahoning County and the Pittsburgh office added Lawrence County to this flood watch later today, and I'll show you why in just a second. But yeah, some of this rain later on today could be pretty impressive. Let's time this out for you. Here's our short-range model, and again, we're dry for the next several hours. This is early this afternoon, 2 o'clock. The rain's approaching from the west, and I think in most of the WFMJ viewing area, it's going to start raining again right around 3 to 3:30 to 4 o'clock. And once the rain comes in, just plan on a soggy rush hour this evening. Might even be some thunder, especially down towards I-70. And rain off and on then through the evening. And again, some of these bands could be locally heavy. Look at the heavy rain advertised by the model here at 8 o'clock this evening, right over the 224 corridor, where we just got a half to 3/4 of an inch of rain last evening. So the ground's, kind of wet at this point. And yeah, it just keeps on raining then for a good chunk of the overnight as that heavy rain sinks to the south. We'll get into some lighter rain for a lot of the overnight. This is midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's still raining. Switch models on you here, go out a little further in time, I should say. Tomorrow morning, as you get up, big changes are going to be occurring. The rain's going to be shutting off probably before daybreak. Temperatures are going to be falling very quickly, and you might even see a few snowflakes. Now, the snow is not going to add up tomorrow, just some flurries pretty much tomorrow morning. But at this time tomorrow morning, this morning it's in the mid-50s. At this time tomorrow morning, it's probably closer to 30, and the wind will make it feel like it's closer to 20. So yeah, winter's gonna make a comeback here, albeit a fairly brief one. The flurries fade away then, and we're left with dry weather for the rest of Friday. Our models, and this may be a little hard for you to see, I apologize, but our short-range modeling here in pretty good agreement with an average right here of about an inch worth of rain on top of what we've already seen. So that's why I suspect the Weather Service will expand those flood watches even more, at least getting Mahoning and Lawrence counties, perhaps Trumbull and Mercer as well. So yeah, pretty good amount of rain coming our way. Let's talk about the weekend briefly. This snow that I've been talking about for Saturday night, still on track to be a minor deal. This is going to be enough to shovel and plow, I think, from maybe Baltimore, or at least the western suburbs of Baltimore and DC, up through Harrisburg, PA, Allentown, Scranton, PA. New York City could get grazed by this. Boston can get some snow. For us, I think it tries to snow a little bit Saturday night, and maybe even a few raindrops mixed in, but accumulations, I suspect, are under 2 inches. And the models are in pretty good agreement on that. Notice here's the European ensemble modeling showing the heaviest amounts to our east. Same idea with the GFS, suggesting it does snow a little bit here, but I mean just a little bit, no big deal. Today's record high is 63. I think we'll get very close to that. We're already near what the model is advertising for a high, and the sun's trying to come out here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we flirted with the record of 63 before the rain comes in this afternoon. Here's our cool down, but then Sunday, after that overnight little bit of snow, Sunday turns out to be a nice day. Sunshine, we'll get into the mid-40s, and look at this. And it's possible that these numbers are underdone. I wouldn't go real far above them at this point, but Tuesday especially is the day where it depends on timing of rain, any sunny breaks, that sort of thing. It's on the table. We see 70 on Tuesday. I wouldn't put that on a forecast yet, but I think mid-60s are pretty likely, and there's an outside chance of hitting 70 on Tuesday. Beyond that, cooler, yes. Is it a cold pattern? Absolutely not. In fact, it's a pretty warm pattern through the end of February. It's not going to be in the 60s every day, but 40s in late February is still a bargain. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these numbers are undercooked in the longer range. So the second half of February is looking mighty, mighty balmy. I'll have more on the longer range this evening. On Weather for Weather Geeks, I'll have more this evening on the rain that's pushing in, any flooding concerns, the heavy rain threat for tonight, and I'll have an update, of course, on that minor weekend snow threat. All of that coming later on this evening. In the meantime, if you want to check out the midday show today, meteorologist Andrew DePaulo is in for Jess late this week, and he will have a complete update for you coming up at noon. Have a great Thursday, everyone.